Hello again, and welcome back to Granny Dorothy Visits. Today's topic is how to draw upon that higher power. And the first reading from Wayne Dyer's Everyday Wisdom. Once you've learned how to enter your inner kingdom, you have a special retreat within that's always available to you. And the next one from Julia Cameron's Heart Steps. And the quote at the top of the page is from Rumi. Listen, make a way for yourself inside yourself. Stop looking in the other way of looking. And this is called I Am a Listener with the Ears of My Soul. I listen with the ears of my heart. I am alert to the promptings of love. I respond to the call of love. I answer with faith to move out in love. I listen, am guided, and act upon that guidance with the conviction that good is unfolding through me and to me. And the last one from Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking, but the middle book this time, The Positive Principle Today. How to draw upon that higher power. 4 men were sitting in the locker room of a country club after a game. Talk about golf scores drifted into a discussion of personal difficulties and problems. One man was especially despondent. The others, his friends, realizing his unhappy state of mind, had arranged this game to get his mind off his difficult situation. They hoped a few hours on the golf course might afford him some relief. Now, as they sat around after the game, various suggestions were offered him. Finally, one of the men rose to go. He knew about the difficulties, for he'd had plenty himself, but he had found some vital answers to his problems. He stood hesitantly, laid his hand on his friend's shoulder. George, he said, I hope you won't think I am preaching at you. Really, I'm not, but I would like to suggest something. It's the way I got through my difficulties. It really works if you work at it, and it's this. Why not draw upon that higher power? He slapped his friend affectionately on the back and left the group. The other men sat mulling this over. Finally, the discouraged man said slowly, I know what he means, and I know where the higher power is. I only wish I knew how to draw upon it. It's what I need, all right. Well, in due course, he discovered how to draw upon that higher power, and it changed everything for him. Now he is healthy and happy man. The advice given at the golf club is really very wise. There are many people today who are unhappy and depressed and just not getting anywhere with themselves or with conditions. And they do not need to be that way. Really, they don't. The secret is to draw upon that higher power. And how is that done? Let me tell you about a personal experience. When quite young, I was called to a large church in a university community, and many of my congregation were professors in the university as well as leading citizens of the city. I wanted to justify the confidence of those who gave me such an outstanding opportunity, and accordingly worked very hard. As a result, I began to experience overstrain. Everyone should work hard, but there is no virtue in over-trying or over-pressing to such an extent that you do not work efficiently. It is somewhat like making a golf shot. Try to kill the ball, you execute poorly. I know. You can do likewise in your job. I began to get rather tired and nervous and had no feeling of normal power. One day, I decided to call on one of my professors, the late Hugh M. Tilroy, a great friend of mine. He was a wonderful teacher, and he was also a great fisherman and hunter. He was a man's man, an outdoor personality. I knew that if I did not find him at the university, he would be out on the lake fishing, and sure enough, there he was. He came ashore at my hail. "The fish are biting, come on," he said. I climbed in his boat, and we fished a while. "What's the matter, son?" he asked with understanding. I told him how hard I was trying, and that it was getting me down nervously. "I have no feeling of lift or power," I said. He chuckled. "Maybe you're trying too hard." As the boat scraped the shore, he said, "Come in the house with me." As we entered his cabin, he ordered, "Lie down there on that couch. I want to read you something. Shut your eyes and relax while I find the quotation." I did as directed and thought he was going to read me some philosophical or perhaps diverting piece, but instead he said, "Here it is. Listen quietly while I read it to you, and let these words sink in. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." Isaiah 40:28-31. Then he asked, "Do you know from what I am reading?" "Yes, the 40th chapter of Isaiah," I answered. "I'm glad you know your Bible," he commented. "Why don't you practice it?" Now relax. Take 3 deep breaths, in and out slowly. Practice resting yourself in God. Practice depending upon Him for His support and power. Believe He is giving it to you now, and don't get out of touch with that power. Yield yourself to it. Let it flow through you. Give your job all you've got. Of course, you must do that, but do it in a relaxed and easy manner, like a batter in a big league ball game. He swings the bat easy-like and doesn't try to knock the ball out of the park. He just does the best he can and believes in himself because he knows that he has lots of reserve power. Then he repeated the passage again. "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." That was a long time ago, but I never forgot that lesson. He taught me how to draw upon that higher power. And believe me, his suggestions worked. I continue to follow my friend's advice, and it has never failed. In the more than 20 years that have passed since then, my life is crowded with activity, but that power formula gives me all the strength I need. A second method for drawing upon higher power is to learn to take a positive, optimistic attitude toward every problem. In direct proportion to the intensity of the faith which you muster, will you receive power to meet your situations. According to your faith, be it done unto you. Matthew 9:29 is a basic law of successful living. There is a higher power, and that power can do everything for you. Draw upon it and experience its great helpfulness. Why be defeated when you are free to draw upon that higher power? State your problem. Ask for a specific answer. Believe that you are getting that answer. Believe that now, through God's help, you are gaining power over your difficulty. There's so much in this book. It's filled with so much. It's wonderful, and I hope that it helps you, because it's what a difference in our life if we do that and we draw upon our higher power. And our life would be so much more simple. We make it harder than it actually is. We have to give it to God. You know how they say, let go, let God. Have faith in Him and trust in Him. And try not to make life so hard, and to be more positive about it. Okay? So I hope that you will find peace and joy and love in your life. And I send you my love. Mwah. Until next week. Bye for now.